Alright, this is a 2009 Ford Escape Hybrid. The hybrid battery had lost some of its charge, so I had to take it apart to recharge it. There's some other videos on YouTube about this, but one mentioned that there was a gray foam covering around some cables on the driver's side. The orange mark notates that they are high voltage. On the 2008 and 2005 through 2008 models, there was actually a capability to recharge the high voltage battery using the under the hood 12-volt battery, but they took that away for the 2009 model year. But a user had mentioned that they left the cabling in there to charge this, so I found those this gray and black cable here actually connect to the high voltage battery, and that's what I hooked up my leads to in order to charge it. So yeah, again, they were wrapped in this foam covering here. I just took the tie wraps off and was able to uncover them. I pried off these little red covers on there so I could get my probes in there so you all can see. So right now it reads 0 volts because I have the disconnect switch out. So when I put the disconnect switch in and turn it, you can see now I've got 354 volts, and that's because I just started the car up for the first time after charging it, and now I've got 350 volts, which is good enough to start the car. So instead of some other videos had removing all this equipment over here, I did not do that. I did unplug the big disconnect switch over there after removing this switch, of course. Did unplug that before charging, so that was unplugged. This was out. When I hooked up my leads, I got I had some spare wire here with some small leads here, so I hooked those up to the charger that's mentioned in a lot of the YouTube videos, this Meanwell charger. Got that just hooked up to an extension cord, and then on the other side I've got it just hooked up to these wires. I made yellow positive, black negative, and that was, again, the positive side here is the gray and the black is the negative side to where I hooked it up. You don't need very big gauge wire because the output on this charger is about 0.35 amps. So I'm not sure exactly what gauge this wire is, but somewhere in the realm of 22 gauge or so. I think this is 18 gauge hooked up to that as well. So it took about 20 minutes or so, and I was up to, I think, 340 volts. So I let it sit another 45 minutes and I was only really up to 350. So the higher the voltage it gets, the more difficult it is to charge the battery. It gets slower, just like most electric vehicles. But yeah, as you can see, I got 350 volts here. I'm going to just move the cabling out here, and I'm going to get back in the car so y'all can see that the car does in fact start. I did have the red triangle up there, should go away here. That's what was on. It said stop safely now, but now I've got everything good to go. It's just on right now, and then turn the key and it starts right up. All right, hopefully that helps some folks that were looking for that specific connection.